right, it's your holla boys.
Holla, 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 holla.
What up? So we gave you the interview. You
Yeah,
checked that out, and today we giving you the review, right, Essex?
man. Where else is y'all getting this exclusive content, man? We got who bringing you the person that the biopic is about? Ain't
Yeah,
nobody doing this.
yeah,
And now you
nobody.
about to get the review.
Yeah, now you about to get the review. It's about Christy. We are about to review the movie Christy that is hitting theaters November 7th. So you get this review right before it comes out. So you know
Okay,
exactly what to
okay. So
look
you
for.
got time to go ahead and make your plans this weekend and check out the movie.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let's dig into it. You know me, I'm Jay Gregg. I'm a screenwriting professor, producer. I'm all about story, structure, and character development.
And you know me, it's Essex O'Brien. I'm the actor. I'm all about what hits, what misses, and what should have stayed on the cutting room floor.
Man, and I got to tell you, with this one, I loved everything that was in this film. I don't think anything should have stayed on the cutting room floor. If it did, if there is something on the cutting room floor, I want to see it.
Bro, listen, we've reviewed some really good films in the short time we've been doing this, and it's like we already done did a couple that might have some Oscar worthy, award season
We
worthy
have,
type of
we have,
recognition, and this one is no different. And I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you, I wasn't even expecting none of that. I don't know about you. I went into it thinking, okay, female boxing movie. Okay, maybe it's gonna be kind of like a Karate Kid type of thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because sports movies tend to have the same themes. But this went left. This went to something that it ain't even really like a boxing movie. It's more like a human movie who happened to have done some boxing. So we
yeah,
got
man. And
we got thrown for a loop.
we've seen so many sports films this year, and like you said, man, it's boxing, but it's like the subject just happens to be a boxer, and it's really all about humanity, the
Yeah,
humanity of Christy Martin. It's just
yeah.
and the acting performances in here are just phenomenal. If they don't get at least 3 or 4 Oscar nods, there's a problem. There's
Yeah,
a
I
serious
mean it's gonna
problem.
be tight. It's gonna be tight this year, but they got to get something. They got to get something.
Yeah,
If not Oscars, definitely Globes and SAG.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously Sydney Sweeney uh, probably got to get a nom for Best Female, but then your boy Ben, what's his last name again? You remember his
Ben
last name?
Foster. Ben
Ben
Foster.
Foster. Ben Foster, Best Supporting, because that boy disappeared in that and made you want to like do something to him
Yeah,
as the
you
villain.
want to find him in a back alley. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things that caught me off guard, man. Because from the trailer and the previews, like you really couldn't tell. Like you could kind of see, but maybe I'm thinking maybe Don King was gonna be the villain. Like he's messing her over or nothing.
yeah.
No, Ben Foster, boy, you did your thing here, man.
He
You did your
did. He did. I did not see that coming. And the makeup jobs that they did on them, man, it's
thing. Yeah,
just it was amazing. You know,
yeah.
him
Everybody,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. Because I mean,
everybody.
they you know how beautiful Sydney Sweeney is, but you don't really see that, man. Like she really disappeared into that coal miner's daughter
Yeah.
homey southern look, and it wasn't the glamorous person that we got to know at on our Euphoria and all that. So
From
every
Euphoria and the Gap commercial and all that stuff, you
yeah,
know. So
yeah,
let's hit the log line again. I know we did the log line for the interview, but let's give them for the review. So
for
when
sure.
when trailblazing boxer Christy Martin rises from small town obscurity to become the face of women's boxing, her toughest opponent turns out to be the violent, controlling husband who built her career, forcing her to fight for her life, identity, and freedom outside the ring. And I'm telling you, at one point, this movie just got so painful to watch, but you couldn't turn away because you like, this is Christy Martin. she's beating people's ass, but
Yeah,
yet her husband is doing this to her, and it's just so shocking.
yeah. Yeah, man, it was incredible. Not only that, which we're gonna get into more later with the domestic violence, but also the drug addiction. You know what I mean? How
Yeah,
that played a part, and I think it played a big part in their toxic relationship, but also uh, just showing how it can affect you, how it affected them individually and as a couple, and with what they were doing professionally. So it's like I say, it's really a human story that just happened to deal with some boxing too,
wrapped
drug
up in
addiction,
boxing. Yeah,
violence. Oh, the family aspects, she had a crazy mama, you know what I mean? Just dysfunction throughout that she had to
yeah,
deal with and overcome. This is
yeah,
like a boxing version of Ray.
yeah,
What I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. That's a great comp. I didn't think
Damn.
about that. It is, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It's like when we think about how she started out, because there were so many, and we talked about this with her on the interview. There were so many internal conflicts that she had to deal with, and one of the
Yeah.
biggest ones was that her being true to herself, and she's a queer female. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
she had a girlfriend when we first meet her. She went to the
Yeah.
strongman contest. She won the contest. Mama found out that she was messing around with her. She thought it was her girlfriend. I think her name was
Yeah.
Rosie, and her mom
Yeah.
immediately wanted her to stop. And it was just so now Christy can't really be who she is because it's offending her mother.
Yep.
And then it forces her into the arms of somebody like Jim.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. You have this, and of course, this is coming up through the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? Different time, different feelings.
Yeah.
And you had the family who, Southern family in Virginia, typical Christian upbringing.
West
There was some
Virginia.
stuff. Oh, don't act like it's not much difference.
West
You
Virginia.
gotta, oh, because you from Virginia, you would act like that. Oh, don't act like it's that much difference.
There's big difference between Virginia and West Virginia.
Whatever, there's some coal miners out there too. But anyway, but yeah, you had the whole thing. They was talking about, sending her to the pastor and all that, the whole church influence, and it made things worse. She knew
Yeah.
who she was early on, and they tried to change her around and make her something that she's not, and it led to making things worse.
Yeah. And I mean, who knew that she was gonna get with Jim? She thought that, she got the phone call to, to go up, because she was winning the fights. And they wanted to introduce her to Jim to train her, but no one knew
Yeah,
that there was gonna be that love story there. Because again, we're thinking she likes women. And then all of a
yeah,
sudden, they're in some type of relationship,
yeah.
and I think it was just really like a codependent relationship. He's the
Did you?
mentor, the trainer, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you feel like he maybe influenced her? Because I know there was some parts in there where it was like, when it comes to the business of boxing, they were worried about selling her to, the mainstream and all,
yeah,
the gay stuff at the time was looked at differently than it is now. So it seemed like he took advantage of that. But she
he did.
also fell into it as well because she wanted the success and she, found a man who was actually treating her like she was special. And it all just
Yeah,
bled into this toxic situation. But do you feel like he manipulated her into it as well?
he absolutely manipulated her into it.
Okay,
Absolutely, he
yeah.
emotionally manipulated her. Mentally, everything. And she was happy to be able to buy the things that she couldn't get before, or have those luxuries, and have
Yeah,
someone who she thought loved her, until he
yeah,
started abusing her. And the
and make
first time
everybody
he's
happy. She wanted to
yeah,
make everybody happy too, make the family happy, make the promoters happy, make him happy. She was making everybody happy except herself.
yeah, exactly. And the first time he said to her, "You leave me, I'll kill you." That right there, like that,
He
I
wasn't
think that's
bullshitting.
when I knew it was going to be a different story. Because you don't just
Yeah.
come out your mouth and say something like that.
Nah. And he wasn't playing. He was
That's some
not
Ike Turner
playing.
shit. Oh,
Pretty
that,
much, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And I know we don't want to try to give too much away,
Yeah.
Because we want people to see it for themselves. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That was some Ike Turner shit, straight
Yeah.
up. I was shocked at that scene, bro. To be honest with you, that scene kind of threw me for a loop. I had to kind of sit there with myself for a little while and just and we were talking about the theater reaction because we saw it at the screening a couple weeks ago, and that theater, man, you could hear the proverbial rat piss on a piece of cotton. It was quiet.
Yeah, man.
You hear some sniffles in the background. People was getting
Yeah.
emotional. Like it packed a punch. Like I forget who you got the director's name handy.
David Michaud.
David Michonne, boy, you know how to punch
Michaud, yeah.
somebody in the gut, bro. That scene hit.
He. I think one of the last films he did was King. You know, and it was Shakespearean. It was I think it was
Okay.
about King Henry. So he knows how to get those feels out of you, man. And
Yeah,
and
man.
and he really did. And
Yeah.
I had seen the movie already because I had gotten a screener because that was the same night that I had to kind of moderate the conversation, and
Yeah.
I knew it was coming up, and I couldn't watch it again. I couldn't do it.
It's
I
all
know
good.
that they're going to get some Oscar nods for this, and if Ben Foster gets an Oscar for this, it's it to me, and he would deserve it. But to me, it would be like when Denzel won the Oscar for Training Day. It's like he's done. He's done. He's done.
I, it would, you know, what would be stupid if he got it and Sydney didn't. That would be
Yes.
crazy. That would be
Yes.
crazy. That would send the wrong message.
Yeah. It would. It would.
But he
Who
did it.
knows? I would hope that Sydney would get. I know I'm sure she's going to get a nod. I would hope that she would get the Oscar. But I don't know of any other films that are out there right now with with an actress that played as strong as Sydney did. I can't think
Not
of
on
anything.
not off the top of my head right now. I have to sit down and look and think. But yeah, this is going to be strong. This is very very strong for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially out of all the
and
films we
it
reviewed.
plays well into because she did drama. She's repping the LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? She was an athlete. She put on weight. All these are all the things that tend to ring the bells for
Yeah,
the award people and everything. A total transformation. Like I say, she's known as a beauty queen, a
yeah,
heartthrob, a sex symbol, and she throws away all of that with this. This is one of the most rugged and gritty, heartfelt performances that you're gonna see. And like I say, she killed it. She
she
killed it.
did.
Oh,
She did.
speaking of recognition, we got to throw my boy some love too. I think his
Chad
role maybe was a
Coleman.
little too small. You know where I'm going. You know exactly where I'm going. Shout out to Chad Coleman for his Don King portrayal. He steals
Yeah,
every scene he's in as Don
he did.
King and kind of brings a little much needed levity to it as well.
Yes, he
And
does.
I
Yeah,
would love to see him get some kind of recognition, but probably it was probably a little too small for Oscar. Maybe he'll get a SAG nod or something like that. But he did
but
his
I think
thing. I
he'll
really
he'll
enjoyed it.
I think he'll get a lot more roles based on this, though, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did a great job as Don King. Yeah.
yeah. I've been a fan of his for a long time since The Wire, and then I
Yep.
just recently started rewatching Walking Dead. He's on Walking Dead too. I was like, boy, this boy been doing his thing, man. So shout out to Chad Coleman, man. We make sure
Yeah.
we tag. We gotta do a clip and tag him in it because I really do appreciate that brother's work.
He did a great job. So let's talk about hollers. I mean, what made you holler in this film? Probably the entire
Uh,
damn thing.
well, first of all, well, we'll get that. We'll get one for Chad's portrayal because he, like I said, he brought some levity to it. He was a perfect Don King. I don't even know. We're gonna call it a holler, but it really wasn't hollering at the time. But the scene where the shit hits the fan with Christy and Jim,
Yeah.
holy shit! We're not gonna go into any detail. We want you to see it for yourself.
Yeah.
And then also, I would say uh the match with Layla. With
Yes.
Layla.
Yes.
Because
Like,
I'm
girl,
not
you
gonna,
know you shouldn't be in there.
yeah, man. It was like, man, I ain't think she was gonna do it like that. Cause in the 90s, female boxing, we were aware of it, but let's be honest, it wasn't a big thing. We
Nah,
weren't
it wasn't.
flocking to the TV like we were for Tyson and Holyfield and all of that. So it was different reliving it now as an older person who's come to enjoy it. I enjoy the women in the UFC, and I like Clarissa Shields and everything, but
Yeah.
these are the people that paved the way for all of that. So to relive it through this biopic was really, really cool. And the fight scenes was great. So it was like you right in the ring with them. It was kind of like it had that Creed feel. You right in the ring with them. And
Yep.
it was some really good action scenes too, kind of bookend all the drama and the heartbreaking scenes and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
man, top to bottom, but I'll give you those three hollers. What about you?
Sydney had Christy down because I went back. I looked
Mm.
at the scenes in the movies, and then I went and looked at some of the scenes in the boxing matches, and I was like,
Okay.
she had the
She had it,
mannerisms
yeah. Yeah,
down.
she
I was
had it.
like, wow, yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. So, aside from the hollers you had, I think there was a scene where she was sitting in a restaurant with her ex, and then Jim walks in and is like, "Can I talk to you outside?" And it just
Oh yeah.
like this, he proposes to her, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's a trap. It's
It
a
was like the biggest red flag at that moment. It was like, no.
oh man, yeah, it was a total trap. And then um, what else? Just again, staying with Jim. The altercations that she got, or the abuse that happened with Jim. Just so much. The domestic violence, and you're just saying to yourself, like, get out of
Yeah,
that situation.
yeah,
So yeah, those are pretty much my hollers. It was like we both said, this movie was extremely emotional. And when I think about the sports movies that we've seen this year so far, nothing hit us like this. And again, I say sports movie, but it's really
really
it's
not.
really about a person wrapped up in boxing.
It's really not. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ain't no sports movie ever made me feel like this, bro. Because I
No,
shared it with
no.
you. I shared it with you, and I shared it with Christy. If y'all watched the video, y'all saw it. I had a sister that dealt with domestic violence. We lost her back in '93 to domestic violence, and the scenes are so vivid. It just put me back into like thinking, like, damn, what was she really going through? What didn't I see that led up
Yeah.
to the ultimate tragedy? And I think it did that for a lot of people. Whether you experienced it or you had a family member or a friend who experienced it, to see it as they showed it, as vividly as they showed it, man, it was tough. And so yeah, ain't no sports movie that I can think of ever done anything like this or made people feel like they felt in that theater. And like I said, I was gearing up for something like a Rocky or a Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I probably would have
Yeah.
preferred that. I didn't want to feel that, but it needs to be shown out there because there's people going through that, and there's people that need to know that there's life on the other side, and that if you're lucky enough, you can come out of it and you can still have a good life. And what to look for,
Yeah.
the signs of what to look for to avoid stuff like that. So it was necessary, and I think that's going to be the big thing that happens with this film that people are going to take away from it. So yeah,
I agree with you, and my condolences to you, brother. I think
yeah,
when you said you shared that story, as tight as we are, I honestly didn't even know about it.
yeah,
I knew that you had a sister. I just never knew exactly what happened. So I appreciate
yeah.
you sharing that with not only me but also our audience to let them
Mhm.
know the importance of making sure that you get out of a domestic violence situation because you just
Yeah,
never know what can happen. Um,
absolutely.
so with that said, how many hollers would you give it?
Good question. Good question. Really enjoyed this. Like I say, this is definitely going to be in that Oscar range. Probably more for the performances. I don't know if it'll get a Best Picture, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 4.25. 4.25 out of 5.
1 quarter out of
Yeah,
5. Okay, okay. You
I think
know,
that's my second highest rating.
yeah, yeah. This is, and we always talk about the hero's journey. It's become a cliche now, and everybody's like the hero's journey. But this is truly the hero's journey. Because you see
Yeah,
someone, you see, come from humble beginnings. They rise, they fall, and they get back up, and they're an even better person internally than they were before because they've gone through so much stuff. They've learned so many lessons, and I love that about this film. I love the writing, even though I have not had a chance to read the screenplay, but just you can just imagine what the writing is like from the dialogue, and I love the direction. I'm gonna give it 4.5. I'm gonna get it four,
okay,
and I haven't given
okay.
anything 4.5.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I
And,
thought
and,
about
and
that, but I was like, I want to keep it exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I think what did I get? I think I gave One Battle 4. I think I gave that 4.52 or 4.75 or something like. Well, I forgot. It was
what
up there though.
to what
One
to
Battle
what?
after another.
Oh,
I
one
think that was the
battle. Yeah,
highest
one battle.
rating.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that was the highest I've given so far, but this will be second highest. But yeah, yeah, 4.25, 4.5. I can't. I wouldn't argue with either of that.
yeah. 4.5
Yeah,
for this, man.
yeah.
And we love Christy. We love Champ, and I think
Yeah,
this is
man, she
definitely
was
her
so
time.
gracious, man. She was so gracious with us. She's gracious with everybody. She's been on tour and getting the word out. I hope it does well at the box office. The box office is down for a lot of people right now, though.
Yeah,
So I hope that doesn't lessen the impact. Hopefully that this will, whatever happens, you'll get good word of mouth, and then streaming will get it out there more because it definitely needs to be seen by as many people as possible. It's not.
it does.
Trust me when we tell you, this is not your run of the mill boxing movie. It's not even a
It's me.
female boxing movie. It's just a movie about a female, a woman that overcame some serious, serious circumstances, man. So yeah,
Yeah,
I would
and,
definitely
and
give
I
it a
feel I feel bad now. I got to go back and watch the Clarissa Shields film because I never saw that one.
Oh, it's pretty good. Well, I got to finish it actually. I watched like the first time, then I had to go, and it's a pretty good film, pretty good. But yeah,
Okay, I got to see that one now and
yeah.
do a comparison. But
And shout out to her. I think we put it in the interview, but
you
she
starting
wanted that
shit.
smoke with
You was
Clarissa, man.
starting shit.
She wanted that smoke. She was like, "Boy, if I was in my prime."
She don't want none of this.
She said you don't want none of this, Clarissa. What's
Yeah,
up?
you don't want
She
none of
said
this.
Layla can take you too, but Layla said, "Nah, I'm chilling." And I ain't
Yeah,
mad at you,
Layla.
Layla. I ain't mad at you chilling. I after 17, she's been off for 18 years. I wouldn't want to come back either and deal with that
No,
smoke.
man. And they offered her what, 15 mil?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I need the 15 mil and all, but
Boxing's
I don't.
hard though, bro. Boxing is hard.
Yeah, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, like, you can
Especially
hit
for
me
loose.
twice. You can hit me twice, and that's it for
Yeah,
15
I
mil.
mean, if they was matched up in their prime, I think it would be a pretty good fight. But right now, yeah,
Yeah,
of course she get destroyed. It's not even fair.
yeah, it's not
That's like Tyson fighting Terrence Crawford right now. Of course he's gonna get
right.
waxed.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's our review, and we're sticking to it. Make sure you stick with us, and
Do your thing, man. Like and subscribe and share. Help us get these numbers up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Coming soon. We'll
yeah.
let you know when you can start getting up on this merch and everything.
Get
But
some
like and
merch. Get
subscribe
some
and
merch.
share. Enjoy these reviews. And when you see these films, come back and tell us what you think. Tell us if we was full of shit. Tell us if the movie sucked. Tell us if you think it was better than it really was. Just come holler
Yeah.
at your boys. We'll take
Yeah,
it.
meet
We'll
us
pick
in the
boys.
comments.
Meet us in the comments. Talk that shit.
Yep. All right. Peace.
Ha ha ha.
Holla, holla, holla.